it comes up that they cannot understand how do we accept Jesus Christ and still chant Hare Krishna and worship Lord Krishna and follow Bhagavad Gita. Just recently we were in Australia and we met many groups of young Christians. And their enthusiasm to preach about Lord Jesus Christ is very high. And sometimes when they see the devotees busy, engaged in their service chanting Hare Krishna, they feel inspired to save us from what they assume is a wide path to hell. And so they come rushing in. Everyone wants to score one good convert. And so many discussions then take place. And when it comes down to it, we get to see that although enthusiasm is very good, when it's misplaced, it can create some problems. Or when one doesn't have a complete picture of what the religious path is, just like my niece, for some reason he was convinced that 2 + 2 was 5. And we were trying to explain to him, no, it cannot be. 2 + 2 is 4. But he had it in his mind that his teacher had said 2 + 2 is 5. So Chicha said. And we're like, no, Chicha didn't say that. Because Chicha knows 2 + 2 is 4. No, 5. So it is very good for a child to have faith in his teachers. Must have faith in his teachers to learn anything from them. So if the teacher teaches the wrong thing to a child, then you can imagine disaster. Or if the student thinks that what the teacher is teaching him or her is all that is available to teach, or that the teacher only knows the things that they taught them, then also there's some problems. It comes up that they cannot understand how do we accept Jesus Christ and still chant Hare Krishna and worship Lord Krishna and follow Bhagavad Gita. So one thing that I've come to use, because generally the devotees, we're liberal, because our teachers have been able to allow us to understand where everything fits. So generally the devotee will say, yes, we accept Lord Jesus Christ. He's like our guru. Yes, he's the Son of God. We agree. And then the Christian preacher feels very enthusiastic. Oh, so you accept Jesus Christ? Or you believe the Bible? Yes. So they feel, oh, this one is just one more step and we have it. And then when we say we accept him, but he's not in our school, he's your teacher in your school. So don't impose your teacher in our school. But then they've been taught in that school that this is the only school that can make graduates. No other school can make any graduates. Which is a little crazy. Because if I claim that only in my school can someone get a matric certificate, yeah, do you think that's correct? That in your school, is that the only school that anyone can get a matric certificate? No. And in your school, if you say these are the only teachers, there's no other teachers, there's no other way to get matric except to follow my teachers. Would that make sense to someone else who goes to another school? No. And then when you take the syllabuses and we start to try to compare, if you tell a primary school kid, you cannot subtract 10 from 6. Is that correct? Mathematics?
Yeah, from 11.
Is it correct or is it incorrect?
Correct.
Correct. So the teacher who's teaching that primary school kid that, does he or she know that you can subtract 10 from 6?
Yeah.
And that same teacher can teach that in high school. And that same teacher has gone to university and he understands more and more maths. But if the primary school kid thinks that because he was taught that you cannot subtract 10 from 6 and starts to tell the people in high school, hey Nina, what is this? You think you can subtract 10 from 6? You are lost. You will never pass maths. Do you think that makes sense? So someone has to explain to the primary school teacher, students, that's correct for you at primary school. At high school, that's not the only way. You can subtract a big number from a small number. So even when it comes to revelation about the spiritual truths of life, because the clash came that if you are saying God is one, then are you saying God is a deceiver? That he told these ones something different and he told those ones something different, and so he's contradicting himself? So the teacher, is he a liar? Lying to primary school kids? No. He's teaching them according to their mentality and where they are. The same teacher, he knows more mathematics, he can teach that to high school students according to their circumstances. And also in university, they can be taught. So gradation is there in everything. It doesn't mean that if one school speaks of the subject in a different way from another school, then one, they say, there can't be two truths. One of us has to be wrong, they would say. Whereas in Bhakti, we say, no, we can all be correct, but there's different levels to how correct we are. And when it comes to the absolute truth, the Supreme Person is unlimited. So there's unlimited understanding of that personality. And how he is revealed in the different scriptures by the different teachers depends on the quality of the students. So the teacher can speak whatever those students need. So in this sense, the need for the devotees to also take this stance that, have you read Bhagavad Gita? Have you read Srimad Bhagavatam? Because what will happen, the whole day you have to answer to things that are coming out of the Bible or the Quran. So, in thinking about these topics, this Kaitava Dharma made the meditation more clear. That the big distinction in the study of religion is that, is one materially motivated in the approach of God, or one has become free from any material desires that they bring to God. So the topmost position of Dharma is explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So we will touch on that and then just get into the topic a little bit.